Belly up to the bar, barflies, and have a drink with me. My name is Kellen, and this is the Midwestern Barfly Podcast. Andy Dalton, Nathan Peterman, this episode. Just a few of the biggest number 14 related items to ever grace the Midwest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in again this week. Like I said, this is episode number 14 of the Midwestern Barfly Podcast. I hope you've all had an amazing week so far. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. I sure as hell am happy to be back and to bring you some of the best, craziest takes, thoughts, what have you, to ever grace the podcasting game. This is going to be a fun one. I have three very good topics that I feel will bring some kind of energy and some kind of discussion to the website. But before we get into it, as always, this show is brought to you by the Midwestern Barfly Gazette Shop. Yes, this is our merch store. It's where you can find all the fun, goofy, crazy merchandise, shirts, hats, fucking hoodies, sandals, what have you. All this stuff that you can purchase and be a barfly today. We have stuff like the I'm My Grandma's Bookie line, the Win Bets Pound Beers line, the What Did I Do line, where my stupid ass face with the googly eyes is on, saying, what did I do? Just like a catchphrase for me. Anyway, please check out the store by clicking the link below. I hope everyone just loads up their cart, gets ready for the fall, gets ready for the winter. We have some great hoodies. We got so much good shit. Go check them out and show us what you buy. Take a picture of yourself in it. Post it on social media. We'll retweet it, share it, comment, whatever we got to do. We want to see you in our merch. We want to see you enjoying our merch. So please let us know. Now that that's out of the way, I don't know why I paused there. Let's get into today's show, shall we? Alrighty, so to start off this show, I want to talk about a very odd story. Very odd story that I saw. So apparently, good old Kanye West is in the news again. And he released, I don't know if it's I wasn't really sure if it's a new line of his or like a new section of his line or whatever. But he released it in participating Gap stores. Now, for the record, I'm not associated with Kanye. I'm not associated with Gap. I'm not associated with any of these people. I'm just commenting. I'm just reacting to the story as a good podcaster does. So, apparently, this new line, he instructed these stores to display this line inside of construction bags in a section of their store. Now, what do I mean by this? And if you click the link in the description of wherever you're listening to this podcast, you can see the picture in its entirety for itself. But apparently, they're taking these clothes, folding them up, and just stuffing them in these construction bags. And customers, if they want a certain size, they have to dig through those bags. Because, and this is alleged, this next part is allegedly, not proven yet, saw it on social media. The employees at these stores, they are not required to help people find their sizes. They're not required to assist them. The customer has to find the size in these bags. And I wrote this in an article, and I thought it was really cool. Kanye's doing that. The reason Kanye wants to do this is because, and quote, he wants us to be able to dress in the dark. He wants to take clothing out of the equation where like people that's a perfect metaphor, can stick their hand in a bag, pull out something, throw it on, and it'd be fine. He calls himself an innovator with this. And personally, I freaking agree with that. I think it's awesome. I think what he's doing is amazing. I also love when people get pissed off about the littlest shit. I love it. Because, now for the record, I don't know if the folks that are getting mad on social media about this understand this. You don't have to go into a retail establishment. You don't have to purchase his product. If you're a fan of his and you like his product, you can buy it, but you don't have to do it. So the fact that you're going on your Twitter, on your Facebook, whatnot, and you're posting your feelings about how this looks, and you're saying he's being rude and he's being, what's the word they use? Something against homeless people. Being rude, basically being rude to homeless people, being blind, because he's like making fun of them almost, is what people were saying. And the fact of the matter is, this is his line. This is his line of clothing with what he can do with. So I think it's funny, and I don't understand why people are getting so upset. Why? Like, it has no effect on your life. It has none. And I know I complain about shit. I comment on shit on this website and on my social media pages all the time. But the thing is, I comment on it because it makes content. Because I'm making jokes about it. I'm not, like, seriously angry about stuff like this. When people are, for some reason, they're angry at this setup that he has. I'm not seriously angry about stuff. I'll make a comment about it, but that's neither here nor there. People are just angry that he's putting these clothes in bags and saying it's disrespectful. It's not. It's not. You're all incorrect. He has a reason behind it, so you can just stop with your nonsense. And above all, and second point, I want to go back to the alleged incident of employees don't have to help them find their clothes. I know I'm rambling, but like, I got so hyped when I read this. When the allegedly employees don't have to help them, employees should not have to help customers find their size in these bags. They should not. They should not be required to. It should be on the customer to find their size. It should be on them. Why? Because this is basically like any other setup, like any other display at a store. You as the customer are required to go through that display and find what you're looking for. And if you don't, you walk away. Obviously, more customers are ruder than others. Ruder is not a word. I'm going to go with it. And they're going to make a mess of it. But at the same time, an employee is not required to help you find a size in those bags, in those construction bags. Why? Because there's going to be one employee that's just going to be standing in that section all day. And no fucking manager, no business is going to pay an associate, an employee, to stand in one section all day just digging through bags. That's a waste of money. That's a waste of time. And quite frankly, if I was that employee, I would just want to like jump off a bridge. That's insane. So basically, bottom line of what I'm trying to get at is, people, stop getting upset over the littlest shit. Make comments, make jokes like I do, but don't try to act like this is destroying humanity or this is an actual big problem, because it's not. It's not. It's a freaking retail display. If you tweeted about this and you have a problem with this, get a fucking grip. Seriously, get a grip. All right, so for the second segment of this show, I wanted to talk about something else I saw in the news today, or this week. Apparently, good old Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, is doing a collaboration with, what's the company called? Looking at my notes here. Tipsy Scoop. A collab with Tipsy Scoop to create Miller High Life ice cream bars called dive bars. Now, once again, not associated with any of these companies. I'm just reacting to them. Ladies and gentlemen, I want these ice cream bars. I want them. I want them with all of my being. If somehow Miller or Tipsy Scoop hears this, please send boxes to the headquarters. Send boxes to Midwestern Barfly Gazette headquarters. We will taste them. We will taste test them. We will make videos. We'll write articles. Whatever you want. Just send them my way. This shit sounds delicious. I shouldn't have said shit there. I don't care, but I'm just on a roll right now. This sounds delicious. I want these. Now, I'm a little upset that I just heard about these a couple days ago, and it's like mid-August in the Midwest right now. Fall and winter are on the horizon. Ice cream ends up being an afterthought around these parts during this time of the year. But having said that, I am more than willing to have a last second barbecue at some point before September hits, let's say, so that we could have these at this barbecue. Please, I will definitely do that. Why? Because picture this with me. Just picture this with me. Imagine that you're sitting by a pool with a bunch of friends, a bunch of buddies. Doesn't matter if they're married couples, single, what have you. You're just chilling responsibly, throwing a couple beers back, chatting it up, having the time of your lives. One buddy out of nowhere just goes, "Hey, who wants ice cream?" Now, picturing this as someone that was once a young lad back in the day, when somebody used to say this, I would have been ecstatic. I mean, is the ice cream truck coming? Is your, if it's when I was 10 at a buddy's house, is your mom going to bring ice cream downstairs while we play video games? What's going on? That is the ultimate sentence to ever hear if you're a child like me. But as an adult, kind of teeters a little bit. Just because, you're in the middle of something, you're drinking beer, the hands get sticky, that kind of stuff. So, if someone said, anybody want ice cream, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good, man, I'm good. I don't really want to, have an ice cream bar or anything like that. I'm, 28, we're good. But then, a couple minutes go by, and they come out with a box of these bad boys. That would be the biggest hit of the party, the biggest hit of the summer. Miller High Life ice cream bars. I mean, come on. I don't know what else to say about them except they look delicious. I need one. And if somebody thinks otherwise and doesn't agree with me, you're crazy and we need to have a conversation. Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Final segment of the show. We need to have a conversation right now. We need to have a conversation because I'm recording this on a Tuesday. So this previous Monday, I saw a gentleman on social media. It was a video that went viral. A gentleman at a Yankee game. And obviously when you hear Yankee game, it's a Yankee fan. You think, oh, this fits perfectly. But this gentleman had a beer. This gentleman also had a hot dog. This gentleman took a straw, put it through the hot dog, making a hole going down the center, not through the middle or anything like that, down the center end to end. He proceeded to take this sorry, I'm just thinking about it right now. Proceeded to take this hot dog, put it in the beer, and use it as a straw. Okay, we're good. Couple deep breaths. He used the hot dog as a straw to drink the beer. What is going on in this world? Who is using hot dogs? I have so many questions. I had so many questions when I saw that video. I mean, come on. First off, the first question I have, how many beers deep was this individual? And for the record, always, this is a video, reaction, so you can obviously click the link in the description or wherever you listen to this podcast, and you will see the video. But anyway, back to this. First question, did he have any beers already? Did he? I'm serious. I'm completely serious. Because I could see if, me personally, if I was, a few beers in, obviously I wouldn't be a lot of beers in, because if I go to, a Cubs game, for example, that shit's, $9.50, $10 per beer. That's another story for another day, but I'm so pissed at it. How many beers deep was he? Because I feel like that would play a factor. Other questions, another question is this a specific, not trend, I want to say, but a way people try to, actually I would call it trend. a way people would try to get all the experiences of a ballpark into one fell swoop. Like, think about it. You could have, if you do this, you have the beer, you have the baseball in front of you, you have the hot dogs. All you're missing is like, and this, who knows, this could happen when the video cut. Sprinkle some Cracker Jacks in there, let that soak up in the beer, and there you go. Got the whole ballpark experience in one fell swoop. Like, was that a reasoning behind it? Who does that? Like, it boggles my mind why someone would choose to do this. And I say this because it boggles my mind, but also, it's absolutely disgusting. It's grotesque. And it's also very sinful to the beer. I mean, come on, you don't, for one, you don't drink a beer with a straw. You don't do that. Beer is not meant to be consumed through the use of a straw or any apparatus like that. And I will take that to the grave. I will die on that hill. It's disgraceful. It's sinful. It's a beer sin. I even wrote an article about it. And if you've been around for a while with this website, you have read this article. But having said that, going from it being disgraceful to the beer to use a straw, and you add the fact that it was a hot dog straw, I feel like that's just a new level of disgraceful. I feel like that's just mocking the beer. It's like, hey, I'm going to drink you through a straw, but I'm not even going to use a real straw. I'm going to use a different item that's not meant to be used as a straw. Like, it's, bottom line, it's gross. Bottom line, God bless the guy for living his life. He's drinking his hot dog, watered down beer at a ball game, at a Yankee game, watching them, I hope, win, because they've been on a downturn as of late. But God bless him. He's doing what he wants. He's living his best life. But in the end, ew. Just all kinds of ew. I would never do that. And I hope you never would either. Actually, scratch that. Leave in the comments, would you do something like that? And that clapping was stupid because it just spiked on my computer, but I don't know what that means. It's very technologically savvy, so I'm not going to deal with it. Would you do this yourself? Would you drink a beer through a hot dog straw? And if you would, I take that back. And if you would, are there any other foods you would turn into straws and drink a beer through? Are there? Leave them in the comments, please. I would love to learn this. And I would love to actually, it would be kind of cool, kind of a side note here, but it would be kind of cool to make like a compilation article of all these responses. I like that. So please load the comments up if you actually agree with this and you would use a different food product. And while you do that, I'm going to be throwing up at the thought of this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, another successful Midwestern Barfly podcast. I would like to thank all of you for joining me once again. I hope you had a lot of fun listening to my crazy beer-soaked ramblings of mine. It's always fun making these, and I hope you all have fun listening to them. Now, please always remember that if you would like to be a part of this show, you could always leave us a voicemail or an email using the contact information located in the description of wherever you listen to this podcast. Visit our website, mwbarflygazette.com. Visit our store, as stated at the beginning of the show. And we can't wait to see you for next week, episode 15. Another great show coming up. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Take care. Love yous.